Hi, my name is Katie Proctor. I'm a registered dietitian, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about my favorite supplement, which is Shakeology, and why, as a health professional, I take it every single day, and why I recommend it to all of my clients as well. So I want to talk a little bit, obviously my favorite topic being nutrition, and both the macronutrient and micronutrient distribution that we're getting on a daily basis. Now, I know that seems like kind of a boring topic, but it's actually an extremely important topic and ladders up to why, as a population in general, most of us are not getting the daily nutrition that we need from our diet. And you'll probably read a lot of news articles and things like that when they're talking about, like, do you need supplements or multivitamins or protein powders? And the biggest question that comes up is, can't we get all of this from our food? And the answer is that yes, you can, but most people don't. And that is really where the sticking point is. I've worked with hundreds of people, since becoming a dietitian years ago, analyzing their diets, both for macronutrients, so carbohydrate, fat, protein consumption, and micronutrient intake, so all the vitamins and minerals that are necessary to make our bodies truly thrive in any environment. And most people, as much as they think they're getting what they need, even if they eat a relatively healthy diet, without putting a lot of focus and energy into tracking all of their food, they're more than likely not getting everything that they need. And to me, this was a huge revelation for myself as well, because I realized that as much as I felt like I was eating healthy, I still had gaps in my diet, nutritional gaps in my diet. And really, this is where the value of supplements, in particular Shakeology, come into play. It's not necessarily a weight loss supplement, which a lot of people think that it is. It is to fill those nutritional gaps that we're not getting in our day-to-day. And the difference really in Shakeology is that it's a whole food supplement. And as a dietitian, I 100% am a whole food first kind of philosophy. That is what I recommend day in, day out. And you'll see that most multivitamins out there are just concentrated nutrients. So I'm going to show you an example so you can kind of see the difference. So this is my husband's, there it is. This is my husband's. It's a Walgreens multivitamin. It's not something, even if I was going to have a capsule, I wouldn't choose this one particularly, but this is what he bought, and I want to show you the ingredients on the back. So you can see that these are just, here, this will actually show it a little bit better. It's just vitamins, concentrated sources of vitamins. It's not encapsulated whole foods. And that is, again, I prefer a whole food philosophy rather than just taking a synthesized, capsule of various vitamins. So the difference that you can see between that ingredient list and that of Shakeology, I think is going to show you just exactly what I think. So here's the bag of Shakeology, and you can see the different ingredients, and actually it's a little bit easier to read up here, but these are actually whole food ingredients that you're getting the vitamins and minerals from when you're taking Shakeology. So no worries if you didn't get a chance to read everything that was on that label. That's not important right now because I'm going to go through everything one by one. But one thing that I do want to bring up right from the beginning is that Shakeology is not a protein supplement. And a lot of people will say, well, I already take a protein powder, or I get enough protein, and that's fine, but Shakeology is protein plus. And again, this is one of those areas where a lot of people will say, oh, you don't really need to supplement your protein because you're getting enough from your diet. And I'm going to tell you again, people are not getting enough from their diet. You can, especially if you're eating a plant-based vegetarian or vegan diet. It's really difficult without spending a lot of time analyzing and planning ahead exactly what you're going to eat in a particular day. And a lot of people just don't have time or energy to do that. And you're not, more than likely, not getting enough protein. And why just buy a protein powder when you can get protein in so much more so many more superfoods, probiotics, greens, all these other amazing nutrients and foods that your body craves all in one product. And that's really what Shakeology is. Now, it does provide a good amount of protein. You can get 16 grams of protein in one scoop of Shakeology, which is 32% of your daily requirement. That's if you're following a standard 2,000 calorie diet. And 16 grams of protein is about the same amount that's in 2.5 eggs. That's really good. And Shakeology comes in both vegan and non-vegan varieties. So there's something for everybody, whether you're looking for a high quality whey protein formulation or you're looking for something that's including plant proteins like oats or rice, quinoa, pea protein. Both kinds are available in the Shakeology, which is really, really great. So I want to talk about too that how these supplements meet different nutritional or dietary needs as well. As you can see, the vegan variety is really great for people who are just dairy free or want to eat more plant-based or vegan or vegetarian. And then the whey protein supplement is also available now. Both formulations are gluten-free. They are processed in a facility that also processes wheat products. So if you have a severe celiac to the extent that you need to really be careful about that cross-contamination, that's something definitely to consider. But for the average person who is maybe just gluten avoiding, or even many people with celiac, just depending on your particular situation, you're going to find that Shakeology will work well for you without bothering you. I just want to kind of talk about special diets because it's something that I personally am really promoting and interested in as a registered dietitian. I work with a lot of different people who are, restricting or formulating their diets in different ways. So Shakeology is good for you as well. So I want to talk about the exact ingredients that are in Shakeology because there is a lot of stuff in there, and what is the role of all of these different foods that are in Shakeology. So I want to start by saying that we already talked about the protein, so that first and foremost, that is in there. But I also want to talk about the health starts in your gut. And this is a topic that has been gaining, even more popularity over the recent couple of months to years, that our guts are really being destroyed by the modern American diet. We are not treating our digestive systems properly. We're causing inflammation in the body by the foods that we choose to eat and the quantities that we eat them in. Even as a registered dietitian, I have had gut issues. Last summer I dealt with a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which meant that the bacteria in my digestive tract were in the wrong place and they were causing a lot of, undesirable side effects. And I had to go on antibiotics for a period of time. Luckily for me, at the same time, I started taking the Shakeology, which has prebiotics, probiotics, fiber from like root fibers. It also has digestive enzymes that are going to help facilitate a healthy digestive tract. They're going to give you those nutrients that your body needs to heal your gut. And I am a testament to that. I feel like when I was taking, obviously in combination with the other healing steps, I was able to overcome some of those issues that I was experiencing. And it also facilitates the absorption of key nutrients in your diet. So for gut health, Shakeology is also a really great option. Another kind of category of ingredients that are prevalent in Shakeology is greens. And greens are, as an RD, like one of my super favorite ingredients to include in my diet, whether it's spinach, kale, anything like that. Now, Shakeology has more concentrated form of greens in their formula. So you're going to get the chlorella, spirulina, spinach, and kale all right in your formulation. And, I know a lot of people like to make green smoothies with spinach and kale. I don't have like a super high powered blender, and I have never been able to get my smoothies using grains to be not gritty and honestly kind of disgusting. So I feel really great about having a daily supplement that has those grains already in there that I can't taste, a really delicious formulation, but I'm still getting all those phytonutrients from those grains. So the next category of nutrients that you'll find in Shakeology are superfoods. And I know some people like debate like what exactly is a superfood, but the idea behind superfood is that they're loaded with antioxidants. And antioxidants are really powerful ingredients that have the potential to, fight off the free radicals in your body that are contributing to chronic disease. They help, again, decrease the inflammation in the body. They're doing so many things to promote positive health in your body. And that's really, at the end of the day, what nutrition is all about. A lot of times I think we get so focused on what we should take out of our diets when we should be thinking about what should we be adding into our diets? What should we be consuming more of? That's what's going to help us achieve optimal health. And superfood, antioxidant-rich ingredients like goji berry and blueberry, green tea, pomegranate, these are all whole food ingredients that are found in the Shakeology. And can you imagine how much it would cost and how much work it would take to buy all of these great ingredients individually and put them into a super powerful, super infused smoothie or shake, that you can get simply by just pulling out a scoop of your Shakeology. So it's pretty cool. It's really concentrated with dense nutrition, which is something that I love and that I share with everyone that I know. And finally, the last category that is found in your Shakeology is adaptogens. And I've actually, specific to this category, I feel like Shakeology was well before its time. I read a lot of health and wellness articles, and I see the nutrients like ashwagandha and mushroom tea, which has the reishi and the cordyceps. Like those kinds of foods are really popular this year. People are starting to really realize how adaptogens can help your body adapt to your environment and combat stress, especially like post-workout. And Shakeology has all of these, and Shakeology has been around for years, and it has had all of these ingredients for years. So adaptogens are another key ingredient that I love that is included in my daily Shakeology. So it's pretty great. So let's just do a quick recap of all of the macro and micronutrients that I talked about. So we talked about protein, whether you're doing a plant protein or a high quality whey protein. We've got greens. We've got the gut health system, so the probiotics, the prebiotics, the enzymes. We've got the adaptogens, and then we've got the superfood, super packed antioxidant ingredients, which is amazing that you can get all of this nutrition in one supplement, and it's coming from whole food ingredients rather than synthetic vitamins and minerals compared to your daily multivitamin. And if you're getting a daily multivitamin, chances are you're still taking a fish oil, or you're taking a probiotic or vitamin D, like you're taking all these extra things as well. And you don't really necessarily need to do that when you're taking the Shakeology. One point that I'd like to make that I think is extra validating for the nutrition of Shakeology is that I know many pregnant and breastfeeding women are approved by their physicians to take Shakeology, while they're pregnant or nursing. Typically in place of a prenatal vitamin, maybe supplementing like folate or something, that like some of those extra B vitamins that are particularly important for pregnancy. Again, this is not a blanket recommendation. You should always speak with your physician individually before taking any kind of a supplement if you're pregnant, because everyone's condition and situation is very different and very personalized. But I think this just speaks to the super nutrition that is available in this product. If it's good for pregnant women, then I think it's really extra great for the average individual. And I think anyone who has, health and vitality and just overall wellness as a goal of theirs, they want to feel the best that they can feel. Shakeology is something that is going to do that for you. Many people talk about how they have increased energy, they have decreased sugar cravings from having an amazingly delicious shake that they can have every day, whether it's in chocolate or vanilla or strawberry. It's something that they look forward to. And so they're less likely to say, okay, I'm going to go and have that cupcake because I have this amazingly delicious beverage that I get to have every single day, no matter what. And every day is the key, because you really need to be taking this daily to get the results. It's really consistency. It's like anything else in your health and nutrition. If you were to take a probiotic supplement, let's just say, because you were trying to heal your gut, are you going to see results if you take it once a week or if you skip a few days? It's not going to happen. And so people who say that they don't take their Shakeology every single day and aren't getting the results, that's why. You really need to be taking it every single day to get the most benefit and the most impact out of the nutrition over time, because it's not going to just, your body's not just going to change in one day in one serving. So daily nutrition is where it's at with the Shakeology. Now, I talked a little bit about the daily nutrition for just kind of the average person who's looking for more wellness, maybe the athlete, anyone like that. But there are many people out there who are looking for a weight loss supplement, and Shakeology does have a place in that kind of regimen. And actually, the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is a professional association that governs my profession as a registered dietitian, has a position paper that suggests that supplementation in like shakes and smoothies play a role in helping maintain and sustain weight loss. So this is highly studied and well researched for people who are looking for a meal replacement. For the Shakeology is around 170 calories just for one scoop. So if you're someone who's looking for this for weight loss, if you are consuming fewer calories than you're expending, through exercise and daily activity, then you're going to lose weight. Shakeology on its own, 170 calories, that's not really enough for a breakfast by itself. I think it's great for, you can have it for breakfast if you want to kind of amp it up with some Greek yogurt, or you want to add some peanut butter, or just some other calorically dense foods that are going to bring the calorie level up a little bit more, or having it in addition to like your morning eggs or something like that. But if weight loss is your goal, then maybe it is your breakfast, or maybe it is meal replacement for a lunch. For the average person, that's not the goal. The goal is for it to be additive nutritionally to your diet. But there isn't a time and a place for people who are looking to restrict their calories in that way, and Shakeology can play a role. Finally, I want to talk about people who might be experiencing some kind of chronic disease. So diabetes or IBS, Crohn's, high blood cholesterol or high blood pressure. These are all very unique circumstances. And again, like, your physician is the one who knows your individual circumstances better than anyone else. And you should always talk to them about any major changes or supplementation in your diet. But Beachbody has taken the time to run clinical trials on Shakeology. So what they did is they had, for a 12-week period, they had individuals replace breakfast and lunch with Shakeology with no additional changes to their diet or exercise regimens, and saw improved blood sugar regulation, cholesterol, and other things of that nature in the group participants, which I think is really amazing. And it's such a testament to the nutrition and the dense nutrition that is available in Shakeology. And I know many people who, in addition to following like the 21-day fixed meal plan, where they're eating fewer, smaller meals, have been able to improve their regularity and their digestion with IBS and other kind of chronic GI conditions, which I think more people than we realize it's not a popular topic to discuss, and more people than you realize are probably suffering from these conditions. So Shakeology can be great not only for the average individual who's looking for that extra nutrition, for people who are looking to lose weight, as well as for people who have chronic disease and are looking to improve those conditions as well. So we talked a lot about the nutrition, and hopefully that wasn't like too over your head. but it's a really important topic, and I think we should all have a better understanding of the foods that are going into our body and why we would choose them, the specific outcomes that they're providing us. But I also want to talk a little bit about the convenience and the value of Shakeology, because it all sounds fine and great, but like, does it fit into your daily lifestyle? And that, above all else, is really, I think, what's going to drive you to Shakeology or something else or nothing at all. And so I want to just share a little anecdote about the convenience factor. For myself, I travel a lot for work or for fun, and I take Shakeology with me every single trip. I have a cheap $30 travel size blender, and I just use water and blend it up together. And it has changed, everything for me, because when you're traveling and on the road, traveling takes a toll on you, stress-wise, bloating-wise, all of these things, water retention. But not only that, like, if you're eating meals out regularly, your body is not necessarily getting the nutrition that you're getting at home, because most restaurants, in order to get their food to taste as good as it does, use a ton of salt and sodium. So you're going to notice that when you're traveling, you're just going to feel extra bloated and tired for that reason. Not only that, but they tend to just be really calorically dense meals. Even if you're getting like a really yummy salad or a sandwich that seems healthy, it's going to be a lot more than you anticipate. So I love, in these situations, I do drink Shakeology as a breakfast, because I know that I'm getting well more than I need calorically in the day. So it's a perfect option for that. But not only that, it guarantees that I'm getting that amazing nutrition. I'm getting my greens in no matter what, even if like every restaurant I go to, the only vegetable is like covered in butter and oil and salt. I know that I'm getting at least one meal per day that has an amazing nutrition. And you can mix it up in your hotel room or wherever you're staying, and it's really amazing. Also, I just want to talk a little bit about, a lot of people have asked me before, like, can I just make my own smoothies? Of course, you can just make your own smoothies. Smoothies can be really nutritionally valuable additions to the diet when you're using healthy fats, good carbohydrates, greens and things like that. Absolutely. You're not, though, going to be getting all of the other vitamins and essential nutrients that we talked about that are coming up in Shakeology. I think the biggest thing is they're just simply not as convenient, because you're having to go into your pantry and grab all the individual ingredients. If you are busy in the morning, you have a long commute, maybe you have kids to get ready for the day, even a smoothie that has like 5 to 10 ingredients is going to feel like a lot to prepare in the morning. And if you're traveling, forget about it. You're not going to go buy a bag of spinach more than likely, unless you're staying at like a bed and breakfast or Airbnb or whatever. So I love that Shakeology has really easy, like, it's literally just one scoop. You can get it in packets, or you can get it in a big bag of 30 servings. The packets have 24 servings, which is a little bit less, because there obviously takes up more packaging required to get those prepared. And I personally always just get the bag and pre-portion everything out into individual baggies if I'm traveling. And I do that before I go, so I don't have to take the whole bag. And also, so all I have to do is open it up, pour it into the blender, or pour it into a shaker cup, and then I'm ready to go. So it's super simple and super convenient. Again, let's talk about the value of Shakeology as well. So Shakeology, as you can see, has like a ton of, I think it's more than 70 superfood ingredients. If you went out and bought all of those ingredients individually, you can probably guess how much that might cost you. It's going to be hundreds of dollars to buy all those ingredients individually. Not to mention that some of them are such kind of rare ingredients that you're going to be paying an arm and a leg for them. Not only that, but you're not going to be using them very frequently or in huge doses. So the product's probably going to go bad before you get a chance to use it. That happened to me. Like, I have maca powder that I probably had for like 2 years because I don't use it enough to make it, to run through it as quickly as I thought I would. But now maca is in the Shakeology, so I don't need to use my expensive maca powder anymore. It's really convenient to have everything, you know, from flaxseed to oats to the spirulina, all right in one nutritious drink that you can have every single day. Now, if we're talking about cost per serving, the average cost per serving for Shakeology is a little over $4. It's about $4.33 per serving. And to some, I think it's all relative. To some, that seems like a lot. To some, that seems like, wow, that's such an incredible value. And it really is a matter of perspective. Like, are you willing to invest in your health at the level where the cost of, honestly, less than a latte from your favorite coffee chain, and are you willing to invest in that quality or in that amount to get quality nutrition in your body every single day, to feel better, to improve your health, to lose weight if that's your goal? You know, all of those things need to be factored into when you're thinking about, you know, is this worth it? And for me, it's hands down worth it. Because you can go, I mean, when I first started drinking Shakeology, I was getting a latte every single day. I was too rushed out the door that not only would I get a latte, but maybe I would get a breakfast sandwich, something like that. I mean, that's probably $10 right there every morning with slim to no nutrition. You know, you're just getting coffee, probably a hefty dose of sugar, you know, an English muffin and egg and bacon or something like that. I mean, it's just really not doing the same thing for you as starting your day super nutritiously, or bringing it for an afternoon snack when those chocolate cravings strike. You know, around 3 p.m. when you're sitting at your desk and you're just like kind of over the day, but you know that you have a couple of hours left. If you knew that you could have something to look forward to at that amount of time, you're not going to go out and be like, okay, I need a cookie, or I'm going to go find the candy jar, or something that's just going to make me feel slightly better. Because even though Shakeology comes in these amazingly indulgent tasting flavors like chocolate and tropical strawberry, even cafe latte, it's not going to do the same thing to your blood sugar that any of those other candy or treat options are going to do for you. For example, the chocolate vegan Shakeology, again, Beachbody has taken the time to validate, you know, what they're offering to the community, and they went and got third-party validation on the glycemic index of all their Shakeology flavors. Now, the number varies a little bit per flavor, but basically it's a measure of how much your blood sugar rises and falls in response to consuming a certain food. So the chocolate vegan Shakeology, for example, has a lower glycemic index than an apple. Like, think about that. It's pretty crazy. And I think that is something that a lot of people, they don't immediately recognize because they see something that's chocolate and they automatically assume, okay, this is going to be like a total sugar bomb. And it's not. It has like 8 grams of sugar, which is primarily the naturally occurring sugar from like the blueberries or the goji berries. Various ingredients such as that is sweetened with only stevia, which is a more naturally occurring sugar. If you look on the market, even traditional protein-only powders, you'd be pretty surprised by the sweeteners that are used to formulate these products, whether it's fructose or even worse, so artificial sweeteners. You're going to see that in a lot of the products that claim to be like sugar-free. So you might see acesulfame potassium, or you might see a sucralose or something that ends with an OSE, you know, is like a fake sugar, or xylitol, maltitol, like anything with an OL, like that's going to be a fake sugar. Like, you do not want to use those. They cause a lot of GI upset, which we have enough of that in our diets that we don't need to be adding additional triggers in as well. So sugar should not be a concern when it comes to Shakeology, because again, it's going to only moderately impact your blood sugar according to the third-party verified glycemic index tests that we've taken. So this was a lot of information, and hopefully you have a much better understanding of what you're getting with Shakeology, the incredible nutrition, the convenience, and the value. And before we close up the conversation, I do want to share that there is a way, you know, if the value is of concern to you, you can sign up to be a preferred customer, and this membership gets you 25% off of your monthly order. And I like to think about this like a Costco membership or something like that. You're paying a little bit of money up front for deep discounts on the product that you're buying. And I mean, we don't even think twice about having that Costco membership. So it does have a monthly like $50, $95 fee to get access to that discount, but it still pays off in the end where you're still saving money on your monthly order and getting your amazing nutrition. So thanks everyone for showing up and listening, and hope you enjoyed.